For more on these terrorism concerns, we are joined by Shawn Henry, a former executive assistant director of the FBI and now president of the internet security firm CrowdStrike Services. He is in our Washington bureau. Shawn, good morning.
Good morning.
So is there a specific threat at this time? And why is it, if there isn't one, that we are responding in the manner that we are?
Yeah, so the FBI is saying there's not a specific identified threat, something that's clearly defined, a target or a particular time. But we've got something else, and you've got to look at three things here that are creating this concern by the U.S. government. First of all, what we've seen globally in Kuwait, in France, in Tunisia, and even here just recently in Texas and in Boston, where we saw terrorist acts against a cartoonist and a man that was killed by the Joint Terrorism Task Force just recently. That's the first thing. Secondly, what you've got to be thinking about is the proliferation of this jihadi rhetoric through social media. There's this constant barrage that people are hearing about launching attacks, going out and taking any action you can on behalf of the Brotherhood. And this environment is creating concerns. And the third piece is the FBI director said recently that you've got terrorist investigations that are ongoing in all 50 states today, right now. So there are people that are here. They're hearing this barrage, this message, and the FBI and local law enforcement do not have the resources to keep these people under 24-hour surveillance. So essentially what you have is this tinderbox, a perfect storm, if you will, where there's this great concern because we know the threat's there. There are people who have an interest in harming Americans, but there's not all the resources to keep them in check.
So, Shawn, you've been in intelligence meetings like this, like the kind they must be having now. What do you think the conversation is sounding like?
Yeah, so, the FBI is working very, very closely with state and local law enforcement on these joint terrorism task forces. They're coordinating with the broader intelligence community, CIA, NSA, as well as foreign partners who are picking up intelligence. This is all being fed and coordinated in these terrorism task forces. And also, those task forces are working closely with people in the community just to look for signs, indications that something may occur. The FBI is absolutely on its highest alert. They do this on a regular basis. They're true professionals, and they're working as closely as they can with these partners to keep Americans safe.
And Shawn, real quick, we always hear if you see something, say something. I imagine that's very applicable this weekend. Does that go for online communication as well?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. What we're seeing is these jihadists that are being recruited or radicalized online. And when you've got people who see something, of a student or somebody that they work with, somebody who's sharing information and moving in a matter that appears to be more violent, not just making political statements, that's protected speech, but where they're looking to make political violence, threats, and taking action to accumulate weapons and the like. They've got to bring that to the attention of law enforcement because it's a fine line between making a statement and taking action. If the public sees something, let law enforcement know.
All right, Shawn Henry in Washington, thank you so much.